welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today I'm using my dragon deck, so I'm going to do a little reading about dragons. It is from the Animal Spirit guidebook, okay? To pretty much give a little synopsis on why I'm how the dragon decks and explain what the dragon is trying to say and all that, okay? So it says here, dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us before our first breath and will be here at our last. It watched us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When the dragon's energy is awakened, we are courageous visionaries and can easily drop into witnessing consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside ourselves. When we look into a mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who's watching us. This power of the dragon breathes transformational fire into every cell of our bodies, witnessing the opulent energy even for a brief moment. Help us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us and we hop onto its back for a ride. And if we transcend even the most difficult terrain, the dragon eye sees beauty everywhere. It's said that if a yogi does not see the beauty in the world, then their Angie will dim. Angie describe the inner fire or sacred intelligence, may even just the mention of the dragon stirs the ember of the intelligence within you. And then they said the dragon and the third chakra, the subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center, and that is translated, which is your solar plexus, and that is translated to the city of hidden gems, and behind the gate burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sage believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Right? So every time I talk about a dragon, or I see a dragon, that's why I talk about the solar plexus. But then also in, I think, Asian culture, I'm not sure which one, okay? Dragons are meant to represent like fears, demons, and overcoming your fears and stuff like that. So, let's see what we got here today. So we have air chalice. So could be your thoughts, speech, writing, your intelligence, like they said. Next, we have emergence. So whatever you're thinking about, bringing it to life, incorporating it in your life. And then we have Serena. Serene, something. Serene, one of them. And then we also have the Wounded Dragon, which in this deck is the Hangman. And the Hangman is all about taking a break, a time out, gaining a new perspective. Also could be a spiritual awakening. There's emerging here. And you gain a different perspective and see the world in a new way, in a different way. Okay. So, with emergence, right, it's a red and orange dragon with a little bit of black, and it has like this egg. So it either you have an idea or a thought, right, that you want to almost like birth, right, with this hangman, right? Because the hangman, the reason it's a timeout, but it's also like a different gaining like a new perspective, and then we have the chalice here. So you're gaining a new perspective, which is why normally you see like the little globe there, and you're now trying to bring that into reality, which is after the hangman is the death card, which is change and transformation, right? So whatever idea that you had, you're now trying to like create that and work on it. And then right, because right here it's a white dragon, right? And white is all like pure, it's cleansing, cleaning. But then there's a little bit of blue. So you speaking your authentic truth, because you also have like these little humps and hurdles, right? But you doing it the best way that you know how, with good intentions, pure intentions, right? With the suns and stuff like that. But I'm gonna read what emergence says. It said it's time to reflect. You need to take stock of what you value and what is important to you. Contemplate and quietly, well, quietness are required. Hold on. Contemplation and quietness are required. Your experience may have been vexing. It is unwise to dwell on them, but you can learn from them. Understand those you need to remember and let the others go. From the place from this place a new vibrant you can emerge. But first you must allow yourself time to reflect. Go within to that inner place of peace and bring forth what you wish to be. Also, he says, you are responsible for your life, your behavior, your experience, and most importantly, how you react to them. And he finishes with, remember, you are safe with me. Your fears are not your your fears are nothing but paper tigers and fragments of your imagination. Allow me to guide you as you find your balance in curving a new path. Then short version to his quote is, you are responsible for your life, your behavior, your experiences, and most importantly how you react to them. Then Siv Renee. Okay. Hold on, gotta find him. And Kim. She says, I am the leaping of the wave. Well, I am the lapping of the wave in the morning sun. Allow me to wrap you in my blue cloak of tranquility and allow my presence of pure calm secure settle around you. When your inner perception shifts, so will your outer world experience. Remember that tranquility you seek lies within the violent. No. Hold on. volatile outside serious situations is only a mirror of the turbulence inside. Call upon me to guide you to that place of heaven you crave. Observe your life experience changing as you begin to mirror your inner feelings of serenity. And the short version to her quote is, I am the lapping of the wave in the morning sun. And then, like I said before, with the hangman, is all she was talking about gaining a new perspective and reflecting. The hangman is a timeout, pretty much. You being in a timeout, things are on delay. Have nothing to do but think about your actions and why you are in delay. Well, why you on timeout and stuff like that. So when you come out of timeout, your behavior changed. You don't, go back into timeout and repeat the same situation. Right? So now we have the Father of Cups, King of Cups. So where before maybe you was like wishy-washy with your emotions, or let me see the next card. And then we have the Father of Swords, the King of Swords. Right, and then she said the blue cloak, and the blue is your throat chakra. Communicating, and it's communicating, speaking, creation, expression. So like when it says here, like becoming the person that you want to be and realizing that your outer world or your surroundings is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Once you see what's wrong with the King of Swords, once you see what no longer serves you, right? What you no longer believe or no longer want to have, like in your mind space and stuff like that, or dwell on or think about, you cut that out, you release it, and what any emotions that is tied to it, you also let that go, and you know make peace with it, so it doesn't always come back and put you in this like delay or trigger you in some way, shape, or form that makes you have to take a time out or be, like I said, like put on hold or be on delay in any way, shape, or form. The next one, we have the Fool. Take, or doing something risky or impulsive, you cut those behaviors out. And then what's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Page of Wands. So, and Wands is Page of Wands. He's very curious, right? With this Emergence card, and they almost got the same color, right? He's very curious, go on adventures, and always want to try new things. So it's like you always have to take a leap of faith from time to time, and sometimes you have to you have to think about it. Like, is it risky, or like would you get hurt and stuff like that? And then like weigh out your options and stuff like that with the King of Swords. But with the King of Cups, being wishy-washy and holding back on things that was actually make you happy, it's just slowing down your growth and putting like your life on delay in a way, until you cut out the things that no longer suit you and serve you, and start making those risky and impulsive decisions, and take that leap of faith and try new things. And let's see what's next. Then we have Thoughts. Well, sorry. There's the air. Oh, and then we have Merlin the dragon. And then we have Gaia. And then we have, oh wow, Gaia. Okay, so we have two world cards. Um, and the world is pretty much is the end of a cycle and another cycle beginning. So, like I said before, with the King of Cups being wishy washy, like back and forth, the King of Swords is more decisive, right? And he wouldn't like really go wishy washy. He knows what he wants and he goes after it. Where the King of Cups, you know, they're saying they try to have their cake and eat it too. You know, you can't have that. Okay, you can't. Um, sometimes you know you have to realize that you only are able to handle one thing right now. So that's the only thing like, that should be your main focus until you're able to handle the other thing, like two things at a time. But right now you're not able to. So you got to cut some things out and take a leap of faith in one direction. And because with this thoughts here, there's two different. It's two different things, and then like you could be thinking about your feelings and your emotions, and then that's just not gonna work out because your heart is your heart and your head is your head. They don't really agree on a lot of things. Um, Really they do. On the like some little chances they do. And sometimes like idea or like a thought that you might have, if it's new, right, and you can't really see it happening or see yourself doing that, or it's like out of character, you might feel like it's stupid with the King of Cups here. You might think that it's stupid when it's actually something that's actually will be beneficial for you with the Gaia's here. And this, oh, we have a white dragon and then we have green dragons, and the green is all about like the heart, right? With your feelings and your emotions. Um, and your heart chakra is the bridge between the upper three and the lower three chakras. So, and then we have Malin here, and then you have the little potion concoction, right? So it's just like you have the materials or the idea that you need, or to be able to get the resources that you need to close out the cycle that you need to close out and start a whole new the whole like a new cycle where you can have the life where you want, but you just have to close some things out, release some things, stop oh, like stop a way of thinking or like a belief that you may have about yourself. Okay. Okay, so Malin the dragon. Not all things are as they seem. Some are images being reflected back to you in order for you to understand discernment and learn the lesson of self trust. Only once you have done this, you will. Hold on. Only once you have done this will you discover how to stand in your own power and own who you truly are. Also, he says, Malin is the teachers of the teachers. Says you are able to teach others and you are unable to teach others until you're fully un- you are unable to teach others until you fully understand the lesson yourself. There we go. Once you have mastered these, you are in the position of clarity and ownership and can share your wisdom and integrity and power. Until then, hold your tongue and continue your journey discovering what you need to learn, understand, and own. Only then will you be in a place of authority. I was watching South Park. Respect my authority. Sorry. To share your, your knowledge with others. Woo. And then the short version to his quote is continue your journey discovering what you need to learn and understand and own. Respect my authority. And now we got Gaia. Okay. I am the aphronic body of your planet. I urge you to protect her and will be protect her and who dwells upon her. I will guide you into restoring balance. What is done cannot be undone. The Alice, some things are gone forever. Have courage to stand up for what you believe in your heart to be true and stand for not stand with you. You can be that change. That's it. Okay. So then the short version to that is have courage and stand up for what you believe in your heart to be true. And then we have Gaia again, like I said before, is a cycle closing and a new cycle beginning. And then we have the Fool card here, and then the Fool goes on this full journey. He says, "Hold your tongue." Yo, but yeah, the Fool goes on the full journey, and then each on like every major arcana, he learns something along that journey, along the way. Um, and if he is not fully prepared, once he make it past judgment, which is like the checking point, right? Like the final. If you don't pass the final, you got to take the class all over again, right? And to make it to the world. So it's just like we have the world here, so you pretty much made it past judgment. So it's like you have all the materials, you know what you need to know to close out this cycle, to start another cycle. And because like I said before, like the past is the past. There's nothing you can do about it. It's already gone. Um, Only thing we can do is close out that cycle, live in the present, and become a better person so it doesn't affect our future self. Like our past doesn't affect our future. Right? And then, because with the world here, that pretty much gets you up, which takes you out of the hangman and and you will no longer be on delay. Alright, there we go. So now we have the Eight of Cups. So you're walking away from things that no longer suit you. Like I said over here with the King of Swords, you cutting those things out. And walking away from them, no longer giving to them emotionally, physically, no longer letting it live in your headspace. No longer giving it to like mentally. Or if like spiritually, financially, physically, emotionally, you just no longer giving it to it and letting it have power over you. Because, like I said before, it's the past. You can't really do anything about the past. It's it's gone. It's, you know. So it's just like all we can do is pretty much move forward and learn what we need to learn to no longer with the discernment. No, like don't let that situation happen again, right? So we don't repeat the lessons. So we don't repeat this like mistake that we had before, because if we do, then it's just gonna continue repeating it over and over again until we realize and pick up on it and make the connections. Like, okay, maybe I should stop doing this because every time I do this, this happens. And that's closing out that cycle rather than you just being on the loop round and round and round. You can see the problem right away, right? And because the King of Swords holds the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is a truth and a clarity, like a reconciliation energy, but there's just some things you can reconcile with, some things you can't reconcile with. So rather than sitting there trying to put on this fake facade and draining yourself emotionally, you can just go and walk away somewhere else. So you can be in a place where you can share your feelings and be open to other people's like perspective and other people that can help you grow and teach you. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Right? When I was talking about going back and forth on a loop. Right? And it's also got the rainbow. And he has a rainbow sword. Like, wonder what he needs to cut out. Going this back and forth, trying to juggle two things at a time. Like I said before, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Maybe right now you're able to do one and handle one thing, but you're not able to handle both pentacles, both things. So one of them has to close out so you can be able to focus on one thing. You have to walk away from one. Right? Then we have, hold on, the Nine of Pentacles. It's all about like freedom and being stable, being free and liberated and stable. So you have to walk away from one of these options, free yourself from one, like these juggling and two things, because especially if you can't juggle, right? One of them is actually freeing, and the other one, it's not. And at the bottom of the table, see, five of swords. You gotta pick and choose your battles. Then sometimes what I notice with the Five of Swords, the swords, one of them is crossed and the one of them is not, but it was always the one in the middle. So it's like you have to, like, you could be damned if you do, damned if you don't. But one of them is less, like, you're less hurt, right? Somebody one of them is not as bad as the other. So it's just like you can sit there and continue giving to whatever no longer suits you and serves you, but you're just going to feel drained. At some point in time, you're going to grow to gain like resentment towards it, or just become like depressed or sad, something, and all that could just be avoided if you realize that you want to change, you want to grow, and it's all part of life. People change, people grow and evolve, and sometimes not everybody grow and evolve at the same time or at the same rate. And you outgrow certain people, certain situations, and certain beliefs. And you have to walk away from those things because you might contradict yourself if you say, you can't say like you believe in Santa Claus, but then be like, oh, there's no Santa. That's very contradicting. So you have to let that go. You have to realize that, you no longer believe in Santa Claus. You realize there's no Santa Claus. You closed out that cycle, so another cycle can begin. That your parents is the one that's buying you the gifts and the real reason of Christmas. So you don't contradict yourself. So you have to free yourself from that. Just going back and forth and being wishy-washy. And then we have prayer. Might need to take some time and meditate. Oh, contemplate. We had that over here. Yeah. And we have a purple. And purple dragon. And purple is your third eye, right? And your third eye is your intuition, your psychic abilities. And then we have crystal. You might want to work with some crystals. And then we have harmony. Hold on, because Delphin, right? Okay. So, with this crystal dragon, it's white, but it got a lot of undertones. Okay, it got some green undertones, some blue undertones, and some purple undertones. But we pretty much already had over here, right? Except with the red. And the red is it's all about, that's pretty much orange. And orange is your chakra, how you feel about yourself. So any like belief that you have about yourself, like any shame, guilt, doubt, or anything like that, you have to, especially if it's about the past, you can't do anything about that. You have to forgive yourself for your past mistakes, and realize that you did the best that you can with the information that you had at that time. And now that you know more, you have to use your discernment so you don't repeat those same mistakes as your past self. Okay? But realize that your past self did the best that she could, or they could, at the time. You did the best that you could do at that time. Okay? And now that you know better, do better. And then we have harmony, which with this pink dragon. And pink is all about like your comfort, love, sweetness. And then dolphin is blue and green and purple, which pretty much just explained over here. But it got a little bit of black. And blacks is like protection and also like banishing. So it's like you have those negative thoughts that you have to free yourself from that. Like, okay, like, not saying that you're gonna love yourself you're gonna love yourself unconditionally, like flaws and all, because everybody got flaws, okay? But you gotta be realistic about yourself and don't be hard on yourself. Like, you're not the only person that failed or like fall short. We all have. Okay? Like, we all have made mistakes. Okay? In some way, shape, or form. We all fail from time to time. Okay? Everybody have an L. Okay? A lot of L's. Some people just have more L's than some. It is what it is. Okay? But, you don't have to be all, like, hard on yourself. And think that everybody else is just out here winning with no problem, or you just sitting here struggling. Like, no, some people struggle too, but they just don't show it or wear it on their sleeve or on their face. They just, internally, they smile. Some people smile through it and then like work through it, and no matter what, right? And then some people they need some time. They take some time out to go deal with it away from people, and It doesn't. Whatever makes you feel comfortable with yourself and at peace with yourself is how you got to do it and how you got to go about it. But like I said before, don't be hard on yourself and just think that you know you did some bad things that make you a bad person. Well, depending on what you did, okay, then yeah, you might be a bad person. But think about it. What a bad person. Did Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy, right, when they went to court, did they think and or believe what they did was bad? No. You can see what you're doing is bad and hurting you, so you want to stop it. Bad people don't care about that. Bad people don't care about getting better. You care about getting better and actually trying to work and do that. Just give yourself credit. Not a lot of people will do that. Trying to heal and work on it. Right? Then we have the Hierophant. We'll talk about healing, right, with mercy. You feel more at calm and at peace with yourself when you realize that you made some mistakes, but that don't make you a bad person. You can always change and grow, atone, repent, forget, like ask for forgiveness. But you also gotta forgive yourself for past mistakes, past situations, and then learn from them so you don't repeat them. It's the whole point of time out. It wasn't to hurt you or just to punish you. It was for you to take time for some introspection so that you see how your actions not only affect you but affect other people around you. And I forgot to read these. My bad. I keep doing it. It's the strength card. I haven't fully shuffled. A card didn't come out yet. So that's not... Hold on. Going in the wrong directions. Roman numerals. Okay. So... Crystal. As soon as I find her quote, let's start. Okay. She says, have you become too rigid in your thinking, expectations, or outlooking of life? Let me guide you and flow in the flow of with the rhythm of your life and loose any feelings of tensions from your body. Allow your mind to daydream. Let it explore new possibilities. Find creative pursuits and free your soul. She also says, learn to follow the Eden flow of the tide of your existence here on earth. Struggles and resilience, or strict, you know what I'm trying to say, does not serve you. They simply frustrate you and vex you. Okay, and then the short version of her quote is, let me guide you into the flowing rhythm of with life of yours. With the life of yours. And then harmony. Says, she says, I am the bringer of harmony, the restorer on the interpersonal level and on the outer global level. What areas of your life need revising? What do you need to let go of? Is it any judgment or old habits? What is it in your life that needs reharmonizing? I will assist you in taking these first steps, supporting you as you go. Okay, she also says the answers you seek all lies within you. So sit quietly, ground yourself, be present, and reflect. Your inner knowing under my guidance will help bring the answers you to the surface. Tomorrow is a new dawn Tomorrow is a new dawn and bring in your heart center's ripple of positive effects. So the short version to a quote is tomorrow is a new dawn and brings our heart center rippling effect of positive activity. Well, positive effect. And then we get dolphin. Okay. The water of earth can cleanse or mean, support or take life. You too are faced with a similar choice. You can choose to heal or be healed, or swim into the ripping tides. Rather, neither is wrong. Is It is only a matter of perception and choice. You have been faced with the situation at times and made some bad choices too. Remember, you are human, and as humans, your race may make mistakes and on occasion poor decisions, but it is all part of learning. It is time to forgive yourself and others. Move on. What is your purpose on earth? Also, that's it. That's all he says. The short version to his quote is you can choose to heal or be healed or swim in the rippling tide. So he's pretty much saying you can either sink or swim. You choose. Like what we doing, okay? We swimming or we sinking? Do you want to heal or do you just want to continue being hurt with that Five of Swords? Right? And then in this deck, Mercy is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is normally about healing, right? Ethics and tradition and stuff like that. So, but like we had over here with Emergence where it said like take some time out to contemplate, think about, and I had said over here like things that no longer suit you, what you need to cut out, what you need to gain a new perspective on, a new way of thinking on. And, you sit in the quiet and you meditate, maybe with some crystals. Some black tourmaline, some obsidian, amethyst with harmony. I'm gonna say green eventbrite. Say your name. Or clear quartz. If you don't have none of that, just go clear quartz. Okay. Okay. But now we have the Four of Wands, which is all about like a stability, two people coming together to build something that could lead to the Ten of Pentacles, lead to something long term. And we have Temperance, right? But you might have to take time out, need some patience to with harmony, right? To bring things into harmony, to things to work out, you might have to be a little bit patient, right? And release some things, like they said before. Forgive some people, so you can have more stable and meaningful connections. And let's see next card before I say something. Right? Nine of Cups. Because I was gonna say like the Hierophant and Temperance are like angelic cards, right? So normally the Temperance card has an angel, but it's all about like being able to be patient and being happy and being at peace, giving yourself credit. Trying new things, testing out the water. So you forgive some people, and you healing yourself. You are allowing, like I said before, more meaningful and beneficial relationships to come into your life and flow into your life. And that makes you more happy rather than, like we had before, you was just swimming against like a rippling tide and that's going to tear you to pieces. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. So those relationships, like I said, that cause you a lot of pain, a lot of pressure and stress, you slowly remove them, release them, forgive yourself for those mistakes, and forgive them, and you start to feel more free and more happy, and understand that you had to walk away from that in order to be happy. Right? Because see, the sun is underneath it. To be happy. Do you see who? What is the problem, or who's the problem? What's causing the problem? And you gathering the bravery to walk away from that and to cut it out, so you can have the space or have the room or be prepared to see new people, meet new things, learn new things. But you can't really do that if you're sitting here dwelling on the past or stuck on the past. And like I said before, some of your beliefs might be contradicting yourself. Like, if you can't say that you don't believe in Santa Claus, but then 1 minute you telling, like, you're all gung-ho about Santa. So it's just like, if you don't believe in Santa Claus, like, why would he come bring you a gift? You know? So it's just like, might be some belief system or a habit or something that you have to let go of. With this air chalice, it could be a thought, like a way of thinking, a belief system. And we have responsibility. You are aware of the powers of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Right. And next we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Right? You just gotta, whatever you're going round and round about, one of the options are better than the other. Like I said before, that's Five of Swords. It's either you could stay here and try to like suppress it and try to be like everything is fine and this, that, and the third. But like I said, at some point in time, you're gonna grow like a resentment towards whatever it is, or you're just gonna become sad and depressed, and then just lead more and more. It's go downhill from there. Whereas if you tried and you failed, probably learned something new, and that still open up new doors for you, rather than you just staying there in one spot. And then we have priorities. You understand the primary importance of manifesting love in all situations. So like I said in the beginning with the serenity, you know what I'm trying to say with her. And with I said it was like a white cloak, but with the hills, you're gonna have some obstacles, some hurdles, and some setbacks, but you're not letting that stop you. You're still learning through those challenges. You're not gonna get it right away. It's not gonna be quick, fast, and easy. But you're not just gonna stop or put it away or give up on it because it's not easy. Because if you're trying to get the life that you want, that you're manifesting, is that you like want to have, and what's really stopping you is you can't blame nobody else for that but yourself. And then that leads to self-loathing and self-hatred, and just and then regrets. So you have to free yourself from that. Some belief system that you may be having, that we had over here, You're not the only one that makes mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people have regrets. A lot of people have shame. A lot of people have doubts. A lot of people have skeletons in their closets that they don't share or broadcast. And that's fine and that's okay. But you have to be able to face those skeletons in your closet. You know, look at those skeletons, look at that closet, address that closet. Rather than just continue putting things in that closet and then just not looking at it because you're letting that closet have a lot of power over you. And then we have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So it could be some things in your closet or that some like the skeletons in the closet that you were scared of that you didn't want to look at, that now as you got older you look at that, you see it differently. You're not as scared of it as you was before. And then we have failure. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn, like I said before. And with this guy here trying to close out a cycle. And at the bottom of the deck we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And we also have responsibility here. You can't blame other people for, like I said before, at that point in time, you can't blame nobody else for what's going on but you. But that's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye!